congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no hiding this. Tell them line it up like a 4th and 1. We sneaky when we slide. Y'all on offense with no defense. Now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fight.
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And we'll get a look here at Josh Allen, as he's moved past 3,000 yards passing for the year and looking for more. It's the Bills and the Cards, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
Winter is just around the corner as you get a look at Highmark Stadium just south of Buffalo, New York. Today we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They come in off a loss last time out, but still in the midst of a great season. Winners of 8 of their last 10. Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, they, too, were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here come the Cardinals, and it is Kyler Murray from Oklahoma who leads them out.
And when you have a guy like Kyler Murray under center, it not only opens up your playbook, it allows you to draw up even more plays because he's among the best dual-threat quarterbacks in the league and a true playmaker. If flushed out of the pocket, he might even be more dangerous. The next step for him, being able to throw on rhythm and deliver from the pocket.
First play from scrimmage. Here's Murray. And incomplete to open things up. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw is Murray. Caught by the tight end Ertz. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Now Murray again. He'll dump this one off to Connor. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray to Connor on the check down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get this to Conner underneath. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Mickens to return. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Forced out to his left. And he whips that one incomplete there. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. And he rifles one incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It'll be a net of 39. 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. The numbers there for Conner in last week's game. 19 carries, 78 yards, and a touchdown.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers, but certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
From the 39, Murray. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Murray going to throw. Being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
But many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. On the return is Mickens. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. Well, he had to wait until December, but congrats to the rookie, his first INT.
Yeah, he's been a reliable contributor for this defense throughout the season. Definitely got a bright future, and has gotten even brighter after making that play.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They'll have very good starting field position here after the turnover as they search for the first points of the ball game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Murray a give. This is Connor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Shotgun now from Murray. And this will be caught by Edwards. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. He's one of the bigger receivers in the game, CD, and his size that time certainly helped against double coverage.
Yeah, you're still at a little bit of a disadvantage when you're going against multiple defenders when they're trying to double you and sometimes triple you. But you're exactly right. With his build, he could minimize that disadvantage, and he more than held his own and hauled that one in right there.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now Murray off play action. Steps away. Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
That's into the hands of Edwards. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Now Aldrick Rosas for the field goal attempt. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Rosas' kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Allen now looks to throw. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Bryan Edwards in this offense, helmets on and ready to go again. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. Going right back to DeAndre Hopkins. Connor up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Connor. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. We'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that will be incomplete. Now Aldrick Rosas for the field goal attempt. He hit his first, this one from 38. Rosas' kick is good, and that will make it 6-0. So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
From the end zone, this is Mickens. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And now out come the Bills. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. Now Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. With a heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. And again, it's Allen. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have a Bills first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. 6-0 our score after 1. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Allen's throw is complete, and he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. From the 35 on 2nd down, Allen. Now they go screen. It's complete. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. The Bills at 9-2 to start play. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. On 2nd and 9, Allen. Touchdown! James Cook, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from taking the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point splits the uprights, and they take the lead here at 7-6. A 10-play drive that time.
And it was James Cook finishing things off with a touchdown catch.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit out as they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Murray going to try to throw on third down. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
This is taken at the 18.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. Last drive, surgeon-like, dare I say, 7 for 7. That'll help your QB rating.
It will indeed, won't it? Can you figure out QB rating? Can you do it? Can you do the formula?
No, I just know the higher the number, the better.
Yeah, that's what I've been told,
That's what I know.
I know that in the NFL, 158.3 is the number they're all trying to get to. I think he was that on that last drive.
Looking to throw again on second down. Allen.
And he'll get this underneath to Singletary.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Allen now on first down. And that is incomplete. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. A give, Singletary right side. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 16.
He'll start the drive with a give to Conner.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Conner going to get it again on 2nd down.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Set to punt. Here's Cameron Johnston. Let's take it inside his own 40. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Singletary to get the drive started. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Allen going to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. 1st down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm. But he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that 1st down pickup.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun, here's Allen. And this one's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Allen. This is Lazard with a catch out left.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
He's got the connection to Moore. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Here's Murray. It's complete to Hopkins. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. On the counter, it's Conner. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Here's Conner again. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Murray. And that is incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the
and this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
The goal was to score just before the break, but I'm not sure that a safety was how they expected to do it. But give the defenders credit. They saw how the series was starting out, and I think it increased their intensity. This was their chance to make a huge play before the half, and all they needed was one play to get it done.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. Taken in at the 22.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Now, this is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979. And I would dare say Roger's numbers would be larger, but remember, he had a commitment to the Navy. But graduated the Naval Academy back then, you had to serve your 5-year hitch before you could go on and join the NFL.
Now a second down and 6.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Caught by the tight end Ertz. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Again, they'll throw with Murray.
He'll get this to Connor underneath, and they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
From the 44, Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 22-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Rosas' kick is good, and the lead grows to 4. It's 11-7.
So when you factor in the safety, this now a 5-point swing.
And look, I'm not going to turn away a 5-point swing because 5 points, that's valuable. Don't get me wrong on this. But if they could have taken that safety and added 7 to it, now you're talking about a really big swing.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we reach halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Well, the Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter. But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, No hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Allen.
Pass to Lazard, bringing it in on the crossing route. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On play action, Allen.
Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Throwing now is Allen.
He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get into his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they'll get back within a single point now. It's 11-10.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the 2nd half. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, a give to Connor. They'll be dropped after a gain of about... Murray now to throw. Screen pass to Connor. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
Buffalo offense back out ready to go. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the counter, this is Singletary. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Allen going to get this one to Singletary. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that will be incomplete. The Bills send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
They start with a give to Connor. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Murray. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Murray now.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in there, and it's 4th down.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Arizona. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
Here's Allen.
Has his man. It's Shakir.
And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. 1st down. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Allen going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
And he'll get this underneath to Singletary.
And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And his kick here is good. And the Bills have come back to regain the lead. So that is second drive ending in a field goal now here in the third.
Yeah, the first one got them closer, and this one gets them the lead, but I don't think they should fall in love with kicking field goals. They're going to need to put the ball in the end zone if they want to finish off this game with a win.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. He finds Hopkins complete, and he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A Cardinal first down, Murray to Hopkins.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Now Murray again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And I think really good defenders can sniff out those screen passes. Just something that they can feel, something that they can sense about how the quarterback drops back or how the linemen are just a little slow to block the oncoming rushers. He read it perfectly, got in there, and made the play.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Arizona. Here's Mickens to return. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
That last throw moves him past 27,989 yards for his career, so that means he moves ahead of the blonde bomber, Terry Bradshaw, on the all-time list.
And boy, he loved to throw it downfield, didn't he? That's why he was the blonde bomber. Remember, he'd throw it downfield to John Stallworth and Lynn Swann. It was gorgeous. Big throws, big plays. Terry Bradshaw.
Singletary, they'll go up the middle.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And Diggs has it.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Now Allen. And incomplete on the deep ball. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the gun, it's Allen. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. The Bills on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. Buying time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
Even the most elusive quarterbacks have those tough days where they can't avoid sacks, and this is one of them. 3rd time he's gone down. He might develop some happy feet now, want to escape the pocket and try and gain more yardage with his legs.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. Showed a good move, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. To throw, it's Murray. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. On the return is Mickens. A nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll give this to Singletary running right. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. A give up the middle to Singletary. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the 1st down at the Cardinals' 40-yard line. Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he is going to have a Bills 1st down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 44 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
On first down, Allen. And a quick throw here that's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Now we're first and 10 at the 11.
To the air, Allen. Steps away to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. On the handoff, it's Singletary. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo.
James Cook, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bills are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. On 3rd down and short, and everything well executed. He not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. There's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run.
That is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
He'll throw from the gun.
And this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it.
This will be caught downfield by Moore.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Murray.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's Murray. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Von Miller getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he gets the first down.
Now Murray's got to have this one. That's into the hands of Edwards.
And he is going to have the Cardinals first down on a well-designed play there. That gets him 16 to move the chains.
But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
So the 4th down conversion sets him up with this. 1st and 10 at the 40.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Murray now to throw. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Chris Barnes. And the Bills are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, time is certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defensive side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. He'll get this to Lazard.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and just look like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
On the give, this is Singletary. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
63 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. Singletary again. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Allen going to give this one to Singletary.
Down to the 22-yard line.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run here with Singletary. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They run here with Singletary. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll look to run with Singletary. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Here's Singletary. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Bills look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
The Bills offense staying out there as they'll line up and go for two. Allen will try to throw for it. Flush to his right. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. And with a successful two-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Cardinal offense here ready to take over.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
The drive will start with Connor. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. First down, Murray.
And this will be swung out here for Connor. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing again on second down. Murray dancing to his left.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up. Open man is Edwards. He's got it.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Here's Murray.
It's Edwards again. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Bills, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Arizona, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll look to get back on track next week.
Yeah. So that style not for you, but it's for me.
Greenfield's finest. Boss.
Yeah.
DJ Drama.
Never let a wishbone grow where backbone should. Belly been taken, the dash on wood. Stand pain is the back end good. Got sense, but they act no good. Shot through the lot of the starstruck. Hop in the ride and we took in the truck, couple in the truck, and they all. They might say what's up when they see me around the city, but really no reason to talk much. Dinner a nice guy, but no nice guys here. I'm toe tagging, no Bilbo Baggins, y'all coming up short. Take a recess. This a heat check. Yeah. Shorty let me quick as a clear with a pre-check. It's lifestyle not for you, but it's for me. Seen it myself for years, the vision is mine alone.